All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for heat number one. Ed Jones Sr. and Nick Jezebowski on the front row, Harold Rothery, Jimmy Fitzmaurice on the second. Edmund Jones and Matt Oven Mitts Hayden on the third row, Josh Doobie rounding out the field. Tyler Gilbert, definitely time for you boys to get dirty. Everybody is on the grid, about to get rolling. And here they go with Ed Jones Sr. leading them down. Nick Jezebowski going up for a little slide up top of the track. One more time around, about to go green. The pace car will drop off in turn 4. Here we go. Pace truck is in. Senior controls it. He fires. Green is in the air. Heat number one is underway, and Ed Jones Sr. quickly out front. Rothery up to second. Here comes Edmund Jones. Edmund looking to the bottom underneath his dad. Side by side off turn 4. And it's going to be Rothery that sneaks by on the high side for the lead. Now Edmund Jones slips by on the bottom. He goes to the lead in Heat 1. Oven Mitts had a problem at the start. Let's see what happened. Oh, looks like the 9 of Doobie just slid up just a little bit. Got into Oven Mitts' side. But now... Now Oven Mitts is setting the fastest laps out there, but just not enough time. I don't think he'll be able to catch up. Meanwhile, Josh Doobie is caught up from the back all the way up into second, now challenging Edmund for the lead. Harold Rothery has crashed. Looks like he might have got a little bit of the wall on the back straightaway and then just loses the back end coming out of 4. Josh Doobie slides by for the lead. Edmund going back down to the bottom. Nick Jezebowski has pulled way out in front. Doobie and Edmund still battling it out. White flag is in the air for Nick Jezebowski. Started on the front row, snuck by while everybody else was battling. Coming out of turn number 4. And Nick Jezebowski wins heat number 1. Josh Doobie will come home in second. Edmund Jones in third. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden in fourth. Jimmy Fitzmaurice in fifth. On to heat number 2. It's going to see Michael Cray on the front row with Brian Edwards. Nick Biddy and Andrew Thornton have the second row. Vern Spring and Tyler Gilbert on the third row. And it looks like Kyle McRacken Martin did make it into the session at the last minute. We'll see if he gets out on track here in Heat 2. But the points leader appears to be here. Brian Edwards, Michael Cray lead them down. Pace truck about to drop in. Pace truck is in. Here we go. They fire. Green flag is in the air. And Andrew Thornton already looking to the bottom for the lead. Can't quite get there. Now they're 3 wide, trying to get 4 wide. Gilbert right on Thornton's bumper. Now Gilbert right down by the wall. Nick Biddy up on the high side. Andrew Thornton leads the first lap. Side by side off turn 2. Nick Biddy pulls back into second place. Goes up to the high side trying to find a way around Thornton. And Tyler Gilbert slips by on the bottom. Andrew Thornton continuing to lead. Gilbert in second. Nick Biddy in third. Vern Spring side by side with Michael Cray. Vern sends it way deep into turn 4. Kyle McRacken Martin is out there. He is 1 lap down, but he is on track. Andrew Thornton, Tyler Gilbert still nose to tail. Kyle Martin still laying down incredibly fast laps back here. But being a lap down, unable to catch back up. Oh! Gilbert and Thornton almost get together. 2 laps to go. Nick Biddy now back in third. Vern in fourth. Michael Cray in fifth. Brian Edwards sixth. Kyle McRacken Martin in seventh. And here comes Gilbert on the bottom. At the white flag, they're side by side. Thornton to the high side. Gilbert pulls away. Can Thornton do anything through 3 and 4? Here they come out of turn 4. It's Tyler Gilbert at the line. Andrew Thornton comes home in second. Nick Biddy in third. Tyler Gilbert came from last place to pull off that win. On to the warm-up. They'll have just a few seconds to get situated, and then we'll go racing. And good evening, Roger Tarr. All right, practice is over. Warm-up is over. It is time to go racing. Vern Spring and Matt Oven Mitz Hayden will start on the front row. Nick Biddy, Edmund Jones on the second. Andrew Thornton and Josh Doobie have the third row. Tyler Gilbert, Nick Jezebowski on the fourth. Jimmy Fitzmaurice and Michael Gray rounding out the top 10. Ed Jones Sr. in 11th with Brian Edwards in 12th, Harold Rothery in 13th. Kyle McRecken Martin makes it in at the last minute. He'll start back in 14th. Looks like everybody has made the grid. McRecken does make it in. Looked like it was going to be a huge points night for Edmund Jones. But now with Kyle Martin here, Edmund has got to try and stay ahead. Edmund will easily pull up into second in points due to Rusty Modesty not being here. But now Kyle Martin back in the field. That's definitely going to be something on Edmund's mind here. Pace truck is in. Here we go. Green is in the air. And look at this. Back mid-pack, 3 wide. Andrew Thornton fading out of 2. Jezebowski way up on the high side. Kyle Martin already charging through this field. McRecken already up into 9th. Andrew Thornton starting to fight back. Meanwhile, there's a 3-car battle for the lead between Vern Spring, Matt Hayden, and Nick Biddy. Gelbert back and forth trying to close the gap. They're trying to get 3 wide at the front. Oh, it gets really close there. Vern Spring almost gets a bumper. And lo, we do get 3 wide. Doobie in trouble. He saves it. What a save by Josh Doobie. Caution is out. And it looks like Ed Jones Sr. involved. Off of turn 2. And, oh, Ed just loses the back end. And he clipped Michael Cray in the process, it looks like. Yeah, he does. Just barely gets the right rear on Michael Cray and sends him around. That 3-car battle for the lead has settled down to Nick Biddy now in the lead for the first time tonight. Vern Spring in second. Tyler Gelbert in third. Matt Hayden in fourth. Andrew Thornton, a great run, up in fifth. And look who is now up into sixth place. Kyle McRecken Martin. Everybody's starting to stack back up for the restart. Pace truck is in. Nick Biddy in control. He fires quickly. Green flag in the air. And look at this mess in the middle of the pack. McRecken's caught. McRecken's over. Caution is out. Edmund Jones gets caught in this too. 2 of the top points contenders in the big one. Looks like Thornton just drifts up a little bit off turn 2, gets into McRecken. McRecken goes up into Edmund. Nick Biddy still maintaining the lead. Andrew Thornton going into pit road has significant right front damage. McRecken is back off of pit road. Pace truck is in. Here we go again. Nick fires there away. Gelbert right on the back bumper. Gelbert was not going to let Nick get... Oh, there's a couple of taps. Nick Biddy holds on to it. Drifts back into fifth, but Tyler Gelbert to the lead now. And look who has snuck his way up here. Josh Doobie. Vern Spring battling out for second. Oven Mitts in that fight. Nick Biddy now trying to recover after Gelbert bumped him. Harold Rothery back in sixth. Fitzmaurice in seventh. Jezebowski in eighth. Edwards ninth. And Edmund Jones in 10th. Kyle Martin, the points leader, back in 13th. Ed Jones Sr. currently running in 12th, starting to run the guys down in front of him. Andrew Thornton at the back after that incident. Gelbert and Doobie now battling it out. Ed Jones Sr. slow on the bottom. Caution is out. Oh, just gets loose off 4, ends up in the inside wall. Josh Doobie now in the lead. I stand correct. Tyler Gelbert in the lead. Josh Doobie in second. Vern Spring in third. Oven Mitts in fourth. They'll pack back up for the restart. This definitely benefits those guys involved in that earlier incident. Edmund Jones, Kyle Martin now 10th and 11th, looking to make their way forward. Pace truck is in. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. It's 20 to go. Doobie, oh, Gelbert has a problem off turn 2. Doobie takes advantage. Gelbert fighting back on the bottom, back behind Vern Spring and Matt Hayden battle it out. And a mess, a gaggle of just 4 wide off of turn 2. Edmund and Kyle get together. Now Kyle gets turned around. Caution is out. See if we can put together everything that happened here. Edmund pushes up into Kyle just a little bit. Kyle shoots ahead, and let's see what happened with McRecken. What happened to Kyle after that? He comes down, the car below him just holds his line. They get together, he 360s and takes off. They stack back up for the restart. The 2 guys trying to move forward the most end up at the back of the field now. And have to fight their way forward again. Pace truck is in. Doobie and Gelbert go at it again. Green flag in the air. Jailbert quickly to the lead. Doobie on the high side. And here comes Oven Mitts on the high side. He comes by Vern Spring. And Harold Rothery. Harold is having some trouble. He gets into Andrew Thornton. Caution is out. Harold having some problems down the back straightaway. Almost has it saved, but gets into Andrew Thornton. Andrew comes down and bumps Edmund. And more chaos. So Jailbert still has the lead. Doobie in second, Matt Hayden in third, Vern Spring in fourth, Nick Biddy in fifth, Jimmy Fitzmaurice in sixth, Brian Edwards is seventh, Nick Jezebowski back in 12th. Kyle Martin up to 9th now, Edmund Jones in 10th. Pace truck is in. Here they go. Jailbert fires. Green is in the air. Oven Mitts now up into third. Caution is out again. Looks like a big one back behind. Ed Jones Sr. struggles, gets loose in 1 and 2. And there might have been another issue between McRecken and Edmund here. The 19 just comes down, sandwiches Kyle Martin into Edmund Jones. What a tough night for the top two of the top 3 in the points. Ed Jones Sr., Brian Edwards, and Andrew Thornton all on pit road getting repairs. Pace truck is in. Here they go. Green flag is in the air. Jailbert and Doobie out front. Matt Hayden has worked his way back up into third. Vern Spring now in fourth and Nick Biddy in fifth. Kyle McRecken Martin and Nick Jezebowski trying to fight their way up. Caution is out again. And it looks like Harold Rothery involved. Rothery looks like he just barely tapped the back wall, and what a hard lick into that gap in the wall. Tyler Jailbert still holds the lead. Doobie giving him a run for his money up there. Lights are out on the pace truck. Single file restart. No, they are. Are they gonna? Yeah, they are gonna stack back up side by side. Pace truck drops in. Doobie in control. Green flag, or I'm sorry, is Jailbird in control? Green in the air. 3 wide back behind as guys try and make their way forward. McRecken now up into 6th. Josh Doobie been overtaken by Matt Oven Mitts Hayden. And Tyler Jailbert out front opening up a small gap. Doobie in 2nd, Matt Hayden in 3rd, Kyle Martin in 4th, Nick Biddy in 5th. McRecken now up into 4th and trying to run every... Caution is out again. It looks like Ed Jones Sr. Ed definitely struggling here on the dirt tonight. Looks like, as we've seen Rothery and a few others do, just barely taps that outside wall. Even on the straightaway, it's enough to send you around.
Yeah, that wall tends to grab a hold of you a bit harder on dirt than it does on pavement.
Andrew Thornton joins us in the booth. And Andrew, are you done for the night, buddy?
Well, with 17 minutes of repairs after that last accident, yeah, I'm pretty sure I could call it at that.
All right, who is your prediction here? It's getting late in the run. We've seen some guys come. We've seen some guys go. Who do you think's got it tonight?
You know, so might catch some flack for this, but man, if Kyle Martin can keep it straight and keep his nose clean, which, let's be honest, he hasn't done so great so far, he'll probably be there at the end. You know, riding in 4th now. We're going to have 11 to go when we go green again, so it ought to be. That's going to be my guess.
That's kind of. It's either going to be it's going to be one of those top 3 for sure. And here we go back to green, and Jailbert quickly out front. I have to ask, there was a little bumping and banging off Jailbert's nose earlier in the race. What was race chat like as Jailbert went to the lead?
It was actually pretty quiet, man. Most of us are just concentrating because good chunk of guys don't run dirt regularly.
And caution is back out. It looks like Rothery and Edwards this time. Let's see what happened here. Rothery does get that back wall again. Oh, just comes down and collects Brian Edwards. Rothery's really having a rough night. One of those guys that doesn't run much dirt.
Yeah, no, man. Give a lot of credit to Harold, man. Whether it's adverse conditions for him or not, he's still here week in, week out. Dirt racing and road courses aren't his favorite thing, but he still shows up, and that's what we like to see in this league.
Man, and he does show up. Even if he's not doing great, he stays out there, and 9 times out of 10, he'll pick up some spots just by being stubborn and sticking with it, never giving up.
Oh yeah, war of attrition. Or like a race like tonight. Exactly. If you can stay out there, you're going to pick up a couple spots anyway.
He definitely will. What about the newcomer Nick Jezebowski? You haven't raced around him much, but what's your thoughts been so far?
I don't have any issues with him. To be honest with you, I can't really tell you if I've really even been beside him. I wouldn't know.
Well, they're back to green, and Jailbert quickly to the lead. Doobie in 2nd, and look who's now up into 3rd.
Yeah, McRecken up to 3rd with 10 laps to go, and some way, somehow, that kid always finds some speed somewhere.
He comes in late, doesn't even start his heat on time. His caution comes back out, doesn't even start his heat on time, and still here he is, way up there battling for a win. And looks like Vern Spring involved in this one. Edmund comes up, and it looks like Vern was just a little bit loose. Came down a hair, and they met in the middle.
Yeah, see, the Legends cars are, yeah, they're slightly wild and woolly when you put them up out on pavement. Man, you get these things on dirt, and they're just completely different animals from what you would think they'd be.
Well, they are light. They've got a pretty decent amount of horsepower for it, and not, like I said, not a lot of weight holding them down to give them that grip. And then you had dirt moving around all the time, and yeah, they would be a handful.
Biggest adjustment for me, running a lot of other dirt cars is these cars here don't have three-wheel brakes. So usually if you miss the corner, you can stab the brake and it'll help pitch it to the left. And it doesn't happen in these cars, as proved by my caution earlier in the race, where me and Kyle got together where I pushed up the track.
Stabbed the brakes and went straight up to the wall, did you?
Yeah, just big push and people above me, and it's a bad time for everybody.
Back to green with 9 to go, and Tyler Gelbert was really fast earlier on, but he has been unable to get away from Josh Doobie and McRecken. Oh!
Yellow again.
Yellow again, and a great time for Josh Doobie as McRecken just got into him. Doobie managing to save it. That's about Doobie's third good save tonight. And looks like off turn 2, Michael Cray gets the wall, goes for a tumble into the gap, and wait, is he sticks the landing. What do you think Doobie's chances are right now, Andrew? I mean, he's been up here in this. He's come up through the field in his heat, and now here, and he's been putting on quite a few good races lately.
Yeah, consistently up front, it's been working out for him. As far as this race, I guess it just depends if he gets slowed up, trying to keep McRecken behind him or not.
Well, you don't want to get in McRecken's way too much. He did get that nickname. He did come by it honestly.
Oh yeah, we have the whole Kyle Wrecked Me channel here in the Discord, and I'm featured with in plenty of accidents with him.
You gotta love that. One of these days we might have to post that on our Facebook page just to entertain the ladies and gentlemen at home.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, here we go. Green flag back in the air. 8 laps to go this time. Gelbert gets a little bit of a jump. Doobie right there, and now Matt Hayden back up in the mix. Andrew, what do you think about Oven Mitts being up there? Does he have a shot at it?
I think he does. I think he's keeping just enough distance between himself and the leaders that, if they make contact, he's got time to react. Because, like we mentioned previously, especially when the track starts slicking off like it is, these things don't react left or right as quick as you want them to.
No, they don't. Caution is back out. Looks like it's Harold Rothery again. Rothery, like we said, never gives up, but man, he has had a rough one. Gets into the wall, and then that turn 4 gap onto the right front tire. That's a big ouch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm willing to bet Rothery's going to be on pit road for repairs.
Goes back to the last race I broadcast with you, Doug, at Dover. Might just be a superstition thing, but man, it is a green car.
It's funny because we talk about the green car thing, but everybody forgets about the 80s and 90s and the pink on the car. And I think Jeff Burton was the first driver to actually have significant pink paint on his car.
Yeah, that would have been the Exide car, if I remember correctly.
Yep, it was the Exide car. Back to green, and Doobie and McRecken. McRecken's in the wall. Hayden's in the wall.
Hayden's
Doobie's
upside down.
Oh!
Oh, no.
And this might get interesting on the restart. Nick Biddy up top, and you see right there, Doobie comes off turn 2, goes up the track, ends up putting McRecken in the wall. Biddy has his own issue back behind. And then Oven Mitts went for a ride. Hopefully he had his oven mitts on. He probably needed them. Kyle just barely clips him. Right rear, tumbled down the back straightaway. And a 720.
I guess the important question here is, can Matt Hayden throw a helmet like Tony Stewart with the oven mitts on?
That is a legitimately good question. We'll have to ask him. So, in fact, let me make a note of that. So here we are late in the race. It'll be about 5 to go when the green flag drops. And Andrew, do you think we're done with the cautions?
Your guess is as good as mine. I thought we were done 4 laps ago, and I guess that's not the case. But you want to talk about dark horses and surprises up front. Jimmy Fitzmaurice, not really much of a dirt guy, and you got him up here in third. And Eddie right behind him, who has had about as bad luck as I have.
That is true. Jimmy, every time I look at him, he's just quietly picking them up one at a time. As we go back to green, he's just been up there riding pretty much up toward the wall and making up spots here and there. As here we go, McRecken and Edmund side by side. Edmund now to second.
Edmund throwing them Superman sliders, trying to find some sort of speed to catch Jalbert.
That did not work out for him that time as McRecken goes back into second, but Jalbert now a 1.1 second lead here. Although Kyle was really, really fast in his heat and was actually chipping away, got himself back to the lead lap and started running guys down. If he'd had more laps, caution. And it's Edmund this time. What, did he go Superman slider into the wall? Let's see, off of turn 4, hard into the outside wall. Goes for a roll. Doobie did an amazing job saving it there because by all rights, he should have been up in the wall. And that puts Doobie back up into 4th, but Jimmy Fitzmaurice looking at a top 3 spot tonight.
Yeah, and when we go green here again, it'll be lap 29, so it's going to be a green-white checkered if we can keep them clean for a lap.
Yeah,
and you got Kyle Martin right back up in the mix, right on the back bumper of Jalbert this time.
Yeah, that's going to make things interesting. Another interesting note: if Fitzmaurice finishes in the top 3, he'll pick up at least 2 spots. One of the people he's going to be passing in the points is you.
Hey, man, more power to him.
Green is back in the air. Jalbert pulls away for a moment, but McRecken is right there, and Doobie's closing the gap on McRecken.
Yeah, McRecken trying to work what little grip there is on the bottom, and he's having a hard time finding it, especially on corner exit.
As Jalbert just takes the white flag, Doobie now into second. McRecken back to 3rd, Oven Mitts in 4th, down through 3 and 4. Checkers is in the air, and Tyler Jalbert gets the win. Doobie comes home 2nd, and McRecken finishing 3rd. Matt Hayden comes home 4th, and Nick Biddy in 5th. And let's see if we can talk to some of the drivers, starting with 3rd place. Kyle McRecken Martin, who I have not actually seen in the Discord yet. He might have to miss out today.
I thought he was in there. I thought he was in the voice chat earlier. We might have lost him for him to save his internet connection, though.
Let's see. Josh Doobie, let's pull him on up here. Hey, Doobie, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you, Doug.
Hey, buddy. That was one heck of a run tonight, man. Congratulations on the 2nd place finish and a great fight all night.
Yeah, thanks. I really should have won that one. I passed Tyler 3 times, but with the cautions on the dirt, don't count laps, so I ended up not counting. I had to go back out back of them. And then with that last incident, going from the rear to 2nd and up to Tyler already, yeah, I was glad to get 2nd after all.
Well, man, it's still a great finish, a great points night for you, and you had some epic, epic comebacks tonight, buddy. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. Wish we would have stayed green a lot longer. That was definitely a rough night for some of the asphalt boys here. That's all right. Thanks for broadcasting. Thanks for Edmund for putting up with all this and put on a good show.
All right, buddy. Congrats. And let's see where is Tyler? There's Tyler. Hey, Tyler, it's Andrew and Doug. You got us?
Yes, sir. How's it going, guys?
Hey, pretty good. Man, that was a great race, but a few close calls out there tonight.
Yeah, it was definitely a good one for not knowing dirt as much as I did. I almost wish I started in the back and raced a little more, just have a little bit more fun, but the way it goes, I can't complain.
I do have to say, he got a little aggressive with that front bumper early on.
Yeah, that's the thing with these is they're so small, such a wide track. Outside, not really a favor, so got to win it how you can, I guess.
Well, you definitely got the job done tonight, man. Congratulations. That was a great night and a great win.
Thank you very much, guys.
Well, Andrew, about to go race some tour mods at Stafford. Any final thoughts on this one or thoughts about what's about to happen?
Final thoughts on this. I'm sure there's a good chunk of guys that are happy to see that this is race 3 of 3 for the Dirt Legends on the schedule. I'm sure there's several of them that are happy that they're not going to be back on this season. But, just wait for schedule announcements coming up about the next season. And tour mods at Stafford, that's probably right up Mick Reckon's alley, so look for him to be quick.
All right, man. Thanks for hopping up here and joining us. Congratulations to the top 3. Stick around. We'll be back in just a few moments.